Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike.
I'm Tanya.
With Fowler Family Farm. Today we are going to be talking about the top 5 ways to make money with your goats here in our area.
Let me show you. Makes the cold weather worthwhile.
Yeah, this is we're about 25 degrees right now. That's pretty cold for Oklahoma. So let me show you the goats real quick. They're all over here because we have the blue bucket, and they always think that blue bucket's food. This is going to be the top 5 ways that we make money off of our goats here in our area, and it's specifically for meat goats. Dairy goats would be a totally separate video, because you could probably come up with even more ways to make money on dairy goats. You might even actually be able to make more money off of dairy goats than meat goats possibly, but it's probably going to be a little bit more work as well. So we stick with the meat goats here on our farm. I do want dairy goats down the road, but I'm not in any hurry.
We have to have a lot more free time for dairy goats.
We do. So we're going to give you the top 5 ways for us, and hope you guys like it. So all the goats on our farm are Kiko Goats, and they're commercial goats. They're not registered. We do plan on getting in the registered side of things as well, but we haven't done that yet. And all these goats are not 100% Kiko or anything like that, but they are Kiko mix, mainly Kiko. Even though they're not considered percentage or anything like that, the majority of their percentage is Kiko goat. Hey, Cinnamon, no. Cinnamon.
She's chewing on the plastic.
Okay.
The tripod.
Cinnamon, hey. Go. You can't do that. Okay, we're going to start at number 5 and go down to number 1. Number 1 would be the way that we would ultimately make the most money, we think. So number 5 for us to make money with meat goats here on our farm is local auctions. Cinnamon, no!
Oh,
no,
no. That was fun.
After that debacle, we're going to start over.
Crash and burn.
Okay, so we're going to go in reverse order, 5 to 1. 1 being the most profitable way for us in this area to make money with selling goats. So the number 5 way for us to make money is just your local auction. It's a sale barn on any of these small towns around here. Not any of them. A lot of the small towns around here do have sale barns where you can go in and bring your animal, your farm animal. They have an auction. It's usually on a Saturday, sometimes every other Saturday.
They have one on Tuesday.
Yeah, some of them are Tuesdays and Wednesdays actually. But that is an option. It's your least profitable option, I think. I even made a video on this about a year ago, where I took 2 of my goats. I think it was 2. It's either 1 or 2. To the local barn sale. I think I made $60 per goat, which is horrible. I mean, you're losing money.
Yeah,
you really don't need to do that. But it is always an option. If you need to get money and get rid of the animals quickly, you can do that. Right. The 4th way to make money with your meat goats. For us in this area, it would probably be selling our kids. So any of
not our kids, but our goat kids.
Any of our new babies.
You can sell them for pets.
Yeah, you sell them
for meat.
Especially if they're like bottle babies or something. People will buy a bottle baby kit off of you. Or if they want to start their own goat herd, they can buy 2 or 3 off of you. It can be profitable. You can sell them from $200 to $350. Even a commercial. Most of my goats that I bought commercial wise.
It's not the wind, it's the dogs. Or the goat.
Okay, now it's the wind getting us. So most of the goats I've bought on my farm were roughly $250 a piece. And that goes back as far as 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You can sell them for $150 to $350 probably, somewhere in that range. And that's a decent profit, especially if you sell those right at weaning age. Right when the mama's done feeding them, the mama doesn't want anything else to do with them, and you don't have necessarily any money invested in that kid. You're going to profit all that. So the 3rd way you can make money selling goats from your farm is rental. This is an option that I haven't tried yet, but I'm really interested in it, and I think I'm going to try it one of these summers. I'm going to give it a shot. You can actually profit quite a bit on this, I think. And there's two different ways you can rent your goats out. You can either rent your buck out to a farm that doesn't have a buck. That's definitely one way. That's probably your, out of the rental area, that's probably your least.
Easiest.
That's definitely your easiest, but it's also your least amount of profit. And the other way is, say you have 30 does, and you have a trailer, a way to move them all at once, and you have a couple of good dogs that you can take with you, and you have a good amount of electric netting fence, like Premier One fence. You can set that up around someone's brush, in someone's pasture that they need their pasture cleared. You're going to make a pretty good profit doing that. Plus, your animals are going to get fed for free.
Or a tree orchard.
Yeah.
Like what we have.
So I'm going to put in some video where our woods is clear now, and it's all because of our goats. It was very thick, and the goats cleared it in no time. Mm-hmm. And I only had like 6 goats.
Right.
I think we only had 6 goats clearing it. So if you have 30 to 60, and I know people already do this for a business. This is some people's business. So if you have 30 to 60 goats and you have a way to transport them and you have the netting, or you just have dogs that can corral them and keep them in an area even, that's an option.
Yeah.
And these Kiko goats that I have are great at this. They love the brush, just like most goats, but they love the brush. They prefer the brush over grass. I think it would be a very easy way to make money. Okay, the second way you can make money with your meat goats on your farm, I think is probably one of the easiest and most profitable ways and least amount of work for you, and that's selling their meat. So you have 2 options here. You either take the goat directly to a meat processor, a meat cell, and they give you, they pay you per pound, and it's a going rate. So whatever the guy in front of you got is most likely what you're going to get.
Unless you're in the back of the line.
Yeah, if you're at the back of the line and you're waiting an hour and a half, 2 hours to get to where you drop your goats off, you're not going to get as good a price as the person who was number 1 or number 2.
Early bird.
Yeah.
Be the early guy.
Yeah, be the early guy and you'll get the best price for your goat.
Yeah.
Now your goat is still going to get a good price. It's still going to be fair. It's still going to be a fair price. You're going to be happy with it. And when I say a meat sale, it's not an auction. You're guaranteed to get these goats sold, and you're guaranteed to get this price, this range. And the good thing about this is, at these meat sales, is like you would think your bigger goat would get you more money, and that's not true. So typically your 35 to 55 pound range typically goes for the highest price, and that's typically your weaning weight for your kids. So when your mom's done feeding them and the goats are weaned, that's the best time to sell them. You have no money in them.
Sweet spot.
Yeah, that's the sweet spot. You take them to the cell. They may weigh 50 pounds, 40 to 50 pounds. You're going to get a pretty decent price for them. This past spring when I took mine, I made a video on it, how to make money raising goats. It's probably my best. Huh?
Put it in the
Yeah, I'm going to put it right up here. It's probably the best video I have going right now. I'm pretty sure I got $4.40 a pound on those goats. And that's incredible. I mean, that's remarkable. I took my goats back. I took five more goats back like a month and a half later or 2 months later, and I only got like $3.30 a pound. So depending on the time of season you go, you'll get a better rate as well.
Hi, Silas. Silas wants to say hi, guys.
So goat meat is the #1 meat consumed in the world. So it's always in high demand. The other option for meat is taking your goats to a meat processor and having them butchered, and then you selling the meat. Now, you have to be careful there where you may want to sell the person a goat, but you still take it to the processor, pick it up, and they come and pay you at that point. You may not want to go to the processor, have it processed, and then try to sell already processed meat. Yeah, I'm not for sure if that's against the law or not, but just check into that. We don't do a whole lot of that right now anyway. We do sell the whole goat that goes to the processor. And she's about to, no, hey.
She wants to knock over the camera.
Come on. This is Cinnamon. She's our friendliest goat. Yeah, you go that way. Good. And this is Silas. This is our friendliest puppy. So that's your second option for meat goats. You have two different options with meat goats, and I think you have two different options with renting your goats out. Hey, don't you start.
I'm gonna come up here and find out what it's all about.
They're all coming up here now. Hello, Oreo. Snow White.
Should let them see.
Okay, so the number one way to make money raising goats is going to be...
What is it? What is it, Silas? What's the number one way?
Okay, so the number one way to make money raising goats is going to be selling registered goats.
Which is where we want to be.
That's where we want to be eventually. We're not there yet. Now, the problem with registered goats is the expense. You have an expense of getting the registered goat. Registered goats aren't cheap, but that also means you don't sell them cheap either. Oreo, hey, I'm going to have to buy a new camera by the end of this video.
They keep eating it.
Okay. So anyway, registered goats bring you the most money. They had an auction not too long ago where, I'm probably going to get this wrong, but like it was $6,000. This one doe brought $6,000. It may have been more than that, I can't remember. And the average goat sold at that registered auction was like $2,200, I think. So you're selling a goat for $2,200. That's just incredible.
But you gotta have good genetics.
But you have to have the right genetics. You have to have good genetics, and you have to raise that goat right. And you have to be very diligent, and you have to be very good at it. Not saying that we all can't do that. We can. It just takes a lot of a lot of hard work, and but your profitability is going to be up there. You're going to make more money that way. Okay, so that's our 5 ways to make money on our farm raising goats. Let me know in the comments how you make money raising your goats. What do you do? How do you sell them? What do you do to make your money with your goats on your farm? Okay, guys, we'll see you guys on the next video. Remember to hit the like button. Cinnamon, do not knock that camera over.
She wants to.
Hey, I got dogs fighting, and I got Cinnamon.
We probably should just set the
Hey.
camera on the animals today because they're being particularly ornery.
Anyway, if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Remember to hit the like button and leave us a comment. We'll see you guys on the next video.
Bye, guys.
Remember, do the good. Brr. Cinnamon, you were a little headache today.